Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Mackenzie Nelson and this is MackPacking and this is MackPacking packing. Sorry if you could see a glare in my eyeglasses. I need them to see, so I apologize. But this is basically everything I am bringing on my big trip abroad. And by big trip, I mean I foresee me being gone for the next few years in pretty much the entire world. Like I have very little plans, but my plans that I do know is I'm going to Greece and then traveling up the Balkan coast. I'm going to Sweden for 2 months to work on a yoga retreat. Then I'll be going to Georgia and traveling Georgia with some friends. And then I'm going to India to also do more yoga, get my yoga teacher certification. And then after that is kind of who knows what will happen. So it's all very exciting, but it's kind of hard to pack for because I don't know what I'm packing for. I expect there to be lots of yoga, lots of hikes, city adventuring. So we're kind of just packing for everything, packing for life on the road. So if you've ever been curious about that or just don't really know how to pack to leave your country for a long time, then stay tuned because I also don't know, but we're gonna do it together. I have traveled a lot if you've seen anything on my channel, so I would say that I know what I'm packing and I know I'm going to use everything that I am packing. Stick tuned, I have lots of tips, lots of backpacker hacks along the way. But getting started is with my backpack, my trusty, my very dusty backpack. This is the Global Companion by Eagle Creek. It's the 40-liter backpack. It is a small little girl. I've had her since my very first backpacking trip. This is the only backpack I've ever actually had, which is crazy, but she's really lasted. She has lots of holes in her. She's very scratched up. I've had to sew her up quite a few times on the inside here, but she works great and I feel like I'll be using her until something, God forbid, happens. But my favorite feature about this backpack is that it opens up like a suitcase. It's kind of this clamshell style backpack, and it has these two different compartments, so you could stay really organized. It slips really well under hostel beds because it opens up. It's also carry-on size, so I get away carrying this on most of my flights because she is so small, even though she's filled with my entire life. So this is the main backpack. And then I use 3 packing cubes, all the same size and all from Swiss Tech. I'm pretty sure I just got these at Walmart one time, but they're actually really great. They are the compression packing cubes. I really don't know the science behind the compression packing cubes and if they work or not, but I really like packing cubes so I can stay organized very well. I feel like they just kind of round everything out and they fit and slide right into your backpack a lot easier than just like throwing everything in. I'm the type of backpacker that loves like a duo backpack, so I have my main one on my back and then I always have my front one with my valuables in it. I just like this being right here, very close to me, and that is a 10-liter bag from Quaysha. I got it in Colombia a few years ago and have loved this backpack. It's great for hiking because it has that back support, but also just great for like day trips, really anything. This is such a great backpack and I feel like it's like Mary Poppins bag. You could put everything in here and somehow, it being such a small bag, it fits so much. And then lastly for my bags is I have just like a bum bag. This goes on the front of my body like so. I've actually never had this before. This is like the pretty much only new thing I bought for this trip. It was like $10 on Amazon, but I'm really excited to have like a bum bag that's going to be close to my body and very versatile. I could wear it hiking, I could wear it out to party, I could wear it to a cafe. Like it really doesn't matter to me how I look. But I just feel like this is going to fit all my goodies that I need day to day. So with the whole explanation of my bags being done, we're going to get right into packing the good stuff, the clothes, like the main things that we're going to pack. I know myself as a backpacker and I know the clothes I'm going to wear, and so this is kind of curated to me and my packing list. If you want some guidance, I have 2 jumpsuits, 3 flowy pants, 1 skirt, 1 dress, and then 2 shorts, one of them being a denim short. I also have 1 long sleeve, 2 kind of cropped t-shirts, 2 fancier t-shirts, one tube top, and then 3 tops that act as like athletic wear, but I could also wear just to walk around town, and it doesn't really look like athletic wear, so it could kind of double. And because I expect to do a lot of yoga in the next year, I am bringing along 1 pair of leggings that could also be used as like a thermal or hiking layer, 4 biker shorts, so like short kind of skin tight shorts, and then 2 sports bras. But again, I'm only bringing 2 sports bras because I have those 3 tank tops that could also act as like athletic or yoga wear. I have 3 bikinis, 1 pair of very lightweight, very easy to pack pajamas. This is great for hot weather. And then 1 pair of big compression socks that I'm actually going to take on the plane with me and wear those then. A few other pairs of socks, and then 12 pairs of underwear. Call me excessive, but I need underwear because I hate washing underwear. You do you, okay? If you only want to bring 3 pairs of underwear, kudos to you, but I am not that kind of traveler. So I think what's best here is if I just guide you through how I pack things and into what packing cubes, because I know that I always need that guidance. So without further ado, let's grab one of the packing cubes and get started. The very first thing I do is I look at my clothes and I decide on an airport outfit. So I usually pick the bulkier item that I have. I'm going to pick this pair of green pants and a black t-shirt. So I'm going to set this aside, and that's going to be my airport outfit. So then I just start to file in all of my clothing into the packing cubes. I really don't have like a rhyme or a reason to what goes in first, kind of just like knowing what I'll wear. I try to rotate things through, of course. Okay, awesome. That kind of took a little bit of wrestling, but I think we did it. That's our first packing cube. I'm just going to throw them off into the corner, and then we'll pack our actual bag in a second. As for those like bottoms, I did leave out 1 jumpsuit. This is like my bulkier jumpsuit, but I think it'll just fit into my tops packing cube. So we're going to move on to that one now. This actually fits really well in there, but we're not going to test the room that we have in there because I do have some, but I'm not going to fill it all the way. And then for the last packing cube will just be like my workout gear and my intimates. There we go. So those are our 3 packing cubes done. Bringing over my backpack here, this is my first kind of big tip for you guys, is if you do have one of these suitcase backpacks, but also if you have like one of the pouch backpacks, always put like the heaviest things on the bottom, like the heavier clothes on the bottom. This just helps with like weight distribution, so you're not like feeling like a wobbly boulder when you're walking around with your backpack. This is just like my hack that I've learned over the years. So I'm gonna put my pants, like the heaviest, the bulkiest packing cube on the bottom of the side that's supported by my back. And then I'm going to put in the next biggest, bulkiest one on the top. And then actually, I think I'm gonna I have a microfiber towel. I've tried Turkish towels, I've tried microfiber towels of all different colors, all different shapes. I really don't like any kind of packable towel, but the Turkish towel is almost just too light and feels fake. I don't know. They're both terrible, but I'm just gonna go with the microfiber towel now. And then I also have this sarong that I use at the beach. I take it to temples as like a headscarf, a head wrap. I also use it for a curtain in my hostel dorm bed. This sarong has survived me just as long as this backpack actually. I also got this in Mexico on my very first backpacking trip, and I've brought it on all my trips since then. If you ever find one of these like lightweight sarongs somewhere in the world, get it and keep it. So I'm actually gonna put that on the bottom of my packing cubes. I think this way it'll just like hide away nicer. Just like that. And then on top of there, I'll just lay my pajamas. I just do that because I know that I'm getting to Athens kind of later in the day, and that my PJs are probably going to be like the first thing that I reach for. And then on this side of the backpack, I just flip the backpack around. This is the front side of the backpack, the part that you see. I'm just going to put my last packing cube, and then I'm going to put my bathing suits at the top here. But I want to show you, I got some new bathing suits from this company called Burlook. I think it's like a cheaper company, but I think it's like ethically made. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, and please correct me. But I got these bathing suits, and honestly, I've always had such a hard time looking for bathing suits because I just don't like anything on me, and I feel like nothing fits me properly. But I got these bathing suits, and I've loved them. I've worn them multiple times here in California, so I wanted to share them with you. It's got a one piece, more like sporty, more coverage kind of bathing suit. I could wear this. By sporty, I mean like waterfall jumping and scuba dive and things like that. And then I got one more meant for tanning, tan lines, because it's less coverage and like strappier. But it came in this little pouch, and I like it, so I'm going to take it with me. I'm just going to put that at the top of my backpack there. And then I'm going to put my bucket hat. This is my hat that I take on hikes to the beach and all the things. And I'm going to put that also at the top there, kind of under the bikinis. And then lastly for this bag will be my toiletries. It took me a long time to figure out how I like to sort out, how I like to organize my toiletries. I know it's going to be different for everybody, so I just want to run through quickly what I have and how I have it. But this might help you, or you might want to do it in a totally different way. It took me a while to figure this out. But I like to have, I call this my master toiletry bag. It's my big one. It has everything I use kind of day to day, or my stocked up products for a long trip. It's in here. I have like a hairbrush, my deodorant, my toothbrush and toothpaste. I have some extra razor heads and some dry shampoo. I just have some like floss and aloe vera. I also have some like face masks because I use these abroad, and because I am leaving home for a long time, I didn't want them to like go bad, so I thought I would just bring them. I also have a makeup remover thing. I know it's really dirty right now, but I use this with micellar water, and it takes off my mascara perfectly. It's amazing. If you haven't tried this company, Junico, you could just throw it in the wash. I need to throw it in the wash. It cleans really well, and it takes off makeup really well. So then I just have like some sunscreen. I had a little bit left over at home, so I just decided to put in a reusable one so I don't have to buy sunscreen right away. I also have the makeup remover. I use micellar water, and a toner I use witch hazel. I also have in here, but kind of hidden because I don't really wear makeup anymore, but I have mascara and just like an eyebrow gel thing that I use sometimes when I want to look pretty. So that just goes at the top there. Kind of a big one, but all very necessary things, especially for a long time. But then my shower stuff goes in a different pouch because I've kind of learned that I like to have my master one, but then I have a different pouch that I could just take to the shower and not have to sort through everything all the time. So this pouch quite literally just has like one of these flat loofahs. A shampoo bar is what I use for my hair, and then a leave-in conditioner. I just find that that combo really works well for my hair. I have my razor, and then I just have a body wash and a face wash. So this is kind of just like a smaller bag to have all my shower stuff. Again, this is just what I've sorted out that I like over the years. So that all fits really nicely on that side of the backpack too. The last thing I'm going to throw in this side is just like this white. It's very white. I know I'm going to stain it immediately. It's going to get so dirty, but that's okay. It is just like a white button up that I use, you know, to go to the beach or to just cover up for a church or whatever I do. I don't know. Do I need an explanation? All right, guys, that is that. That's very exciting. So what I do is I just sandwich that together, but before I do anything, I have to put my tennis shoes in. So I haven't mentioned yet, but the only shoes that I'm bringing on this trip are some tennis shoes and my Birkenstocks. So my Birkenstocks I'm actually going to wear with my compression socks to the airport. I'm going to look really funky, but that's okay. I'm going to be cozy and my feet aren't going to be so swollen. So I'm going to set these aside because I'm going to wear them to the airport. So my tennis shoes, which are a bit newer, so they're kind of stiffer, but I just put my socks in side of the tennis shoes. This is just extra storage, honestly, and it kind of holds the shape of the tennis shoe. But with this backpack is I have a really cool shoe compartment, but it kind of eats to whatever is on the inside of the backpack. So it's really hard to shove things into this pocket, and I usually don't do that when I just like hop place to place, but for flights I do, because airlines are weird. They don't like a ton of things hanging from the outside of your bag. So I get it. I just shove that in there for now. I also have these shower caps in this compartment just in case my shoes get really muddy or dirty or wet or something. I put the shower cap over the shoes and it just keeps everything very nice and clean. So once that is all packed in there, I quite literally sit on my backpack. I'm careful of my liquids and stuff, and I try to get my backpack to close. That was not the easiest close I've ever had. It's only really going to be hard to close it until I get there because of the shoes in that shoe compartment. But I definitely didn't leave much room in this backpack, did I? Okay, the last bit of clothing too that I forgot to mention are my jackets, because you know, you need some outer layers. So I just have this like fleece. It's a lightweight fleece. I don't expect to be in very cold areas, but I just have it just in case. But I think I'm actually going to wear this to the airport, or wear it in the airport, in the plane, or whatever. It's going to be part of my airport outfit, so I'm going to set that aside. And then I have this puffer jacket. It's a very lightweight puffer jacket, but I love it. I've taken it on a lot of hikes and stuff, and it's actually a lot warmer than it looks. Zipper pouches, which I love, you know. I can put my phone in there and it's a lot safer, and it fits into this small little pouch. So I'm gonna try to shove it into this pouch right now. Voila, it fits into that little pouch. It's kind of like a mini sleeping bag. I was honestly hoping that this would fold down a lot smaller so I could put it in this front pouch here, but I don't think that's gonna work. So I might have to put it at the bottom of my front backpack here. But let's set aside my big backpack for now, and we'll get into that. I call it my day bag or my front bag, but the 10-liter little backpack. This has all my valuables in it. So I guess first things first is I'm just gonna put this at the very bottom, and then I'm gonna put my laptop in this like laptop sleeve. It's not very cushiony, so I do want to be careful with it. I do have a case on my laptop, but it's not like super protective, so I have to be careful with it. I know to be careful with it. And then I have my journal and pen and my Kindle. This is new on my trips. I got this Kindle for Christmas and it's been great. It's been really hard to find like English books that I'm eager to read abroad, and it's really hard to carry physical books with you. It just gets really bulky and heavy. So this Kindle, I'm very excited to travel with it. I've loved reading off of it so far. It just fits in there like that. And then this is my most valuable pouch of them all. Holds like my hard drive. This is my new hard drive and my connectors, some extra SD cards, and then my old hard drive that I'm still actually working on and editing things on. Some extra cords, some chargers and stuff for GoPro, things like that. And then speaking of the GoPro, I am still bringing my GoPro. I just have it in the waterproof housing, or the scuba diving housing, whatever you call it. I think I will only use it for water sports, because now I didn't even mention, oh my goodness, I got this new camera that I'm filming on now, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket 2. It comes with this microphone, a little tripod stand so I could set you guys up. So far, so good. I've been loving this camera. It's actually the very first video that I'm filming on with this camera. But anyways, I'm just gonna shove my camera, my GoPro, in on the side there. And then this is my international converter. This converts all the different plugs and stuff. I got the EU, the UK, the Australian, the US, all the things. You could plug in any outlet there. And then I also have 2 USB ports here, as well as 3 USB-C ports on this. So this is great because I could charge everything from, literally everything, all my devices from one port. So I just have my MacBook charger there, my iPhone charger there, and then this is the charger to my camera and this microphone. It's kind of like a dual charger, which is cool. I could also use these to charge my Kindle and my AirPods. So I just keep everything connected because it's not like that annoying. So I just keep it all connected and I put it in my backpack like that. And then I'm sure I'll put some like snacks and stuff for the airport and the plane in here because I am leaving home for a long time. I kind of have some food that I'm trying to run out of and trying not to let go bad. So I'll probably bring some snacks or whatever I have left over. So I have a lot of empty space in this backpack, but that's good because everything else is really full. And then I use one of these wire locks. This is a very important lock. I use it for the valuables backpack for transporting, but then when I get to the hostel, I put this backpack in the lockers, and then that's the lock I use for the hostels as well. I'm telling you guys, this setup, you need to write it down because it's worked for me for so long, and I have this science down to a T, okay? What's cool about this backpack is I also have this like front pouch too. That I'm literally just gonna put a deck of Uno cards and some playing cards in this pouch here. This is a great way to make some friends in a hostels, pull out these cards and say, who wants to play? So that is that. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're almost done. We're almost done. The last like bits and bobs I have is just gonna go in these front pockets here. First off, I just have this laundry bag and then a collapsible 10-liter backpack. I don't really know where I got this and why I got this, but I've used it a lot and now it just lives in my backpack, and it's so small and so compactable that it lives in my backpack until I need it. Also in these side pockets here are these little flaps. So in one side I put all of my first aid. This is like a first aid kit with some band-aids, some sewing stuff, Dramamine, as well as some anti-diarrhea and diarrhea pills as well. I got these in Turkey. And then I have some extra earplugs. I actually got these from the yoga studio that I work at. So I just put those at the top. Also have this resistance band. I plan to stay in shape and I want to work out. I mean, I brought all that workout clothes. I got to work out. But I just realized that you could do so much with a resistance band. So many arm workouts, so many leg workouts. You put it around your legs, and ab workouts. Like, this is a really versatile workout. So I just plan on looking up workout videos on YouTube, and when I get some empty space in a hostel, I'll do that. And then lastly, I'm going to put in that little pouch is just some nail polish. It's not for my fingers. I never do my fingers anymore because they chip too fast, but I do paint my toes. I just want to look a little polished sometimes. So I'm going to put that in there as well. The last thing for this backpack before we tie it off and get onto my little airport bag is going to be my yoga mat. It's the Travel Lifeform mat. I got it in September and it's June now, beginning of June now. So I've used it for quite a few months, almost every single day. I love my Lifeform mat. I couldn't bring any other mat with me because I do plan on doing a lot of personal growth with my yoga practice this next year. And I have this cool feature of my backpack. I have these snaps that go around the edge like that. I could just snap it together and carry it that way. A lot of airlines actually get very particular about this height because they're like, oh, it's higher than it needs to be because my backpack is actually this height. And if that's the case, then I quite literally just unbuckle it and put it around my neck. And I'm like, it's my personal item. It's part of me. That is completely it for my big backpack and my front backpack. And then the last bits of things is going to be my little bum bag, kind of what's going to be in my front pocket. And this is going to be different every day, but for the airport, this is the things that I'm going to want. I have my passport. I also keep it in this little holder. That's where I keep some extra debit cards, extra cash, my vaccine card, things like that. But my passport, the very important part, I'm not going to be able to get on a flight without it. My little wallet, this is one that I got kind of a while ago, I think in India, but it just holds like my cards and cash. This is my day-to-day use wallet. I just got prescription sunglasses for the very first time, so I will just be bouncing between my eyeglasses and my prescription sunglasses for day-to-day use. I think they look pretty snazzy and I'm very excited about them. So I have this case that comes with like a little cleaning cloth. Of course, I'm not going to use those on the plane, but I will probably want them when I get to Athens. I have my AirPods. I have them in this little case. I used to use the wire earbuds and I love those too, but I've learned that these AirPods have the noise cancellation, and Oh my god, it's beautiful, especially on planes. You could press that noise cancellation on your phone and it's flawless. It's perfect. As well as connected to those, I just have my Loop earbuds. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about these, but they're amazing. Like, they are in this tiny little carrying case, which is so convenient, but you pop them into your ear and you like twist it to do the noise cancellation, and they're so like comfortable to sleep with. I just have some sickness bands. I get kind of motion sickness, so these are great if you also get motion sickness. They're quite literally called C bands, but they hit your pressure point on your wrist here for nausea, and they actually work very well. I've used them since I was a child, and I highly rate them. I also have some Tiger's Balm. This is just for pain relief. Sore necks and sore shoulders and stuff on flights is very real, so I carry around Tiger's Balm with me everywhere I go. I will also, of course, have my phone in my bag. And then this is my case for my DJI, and I put my microphone here and my camera there. And it's quite literally just a really cool little case because it holds everything together, like literally everything you need, the tripod too. Of course, my camera is coming with me because I'm going to be filming the journey. And then my compression socks, these are what I'm going to put on when I get into the airplane so that my feet don't swell. And then last but not least, I just have this carabiner on the outside of my bag. So I just snap my Nalgene onto it like that, and I fill it up at the airport. And I will probably be doing this like day to day on my trips too. It's not that, you know, terrible to hold. But you guys, this is it. This is what I'm bringing. Oh my God. It is honestly so like sad and exciting and crazy to think that this is going to be my life for the next like few years, that this is all I'm going to have. Wow, that's crazy. Also, a thing to mention is that airlines do get very particular about your personal items. So I have this plan that I could just snap my Nalgene onto my backpack like that, and then I could open my backpack back up, and then my little bum bag actually will fit into that. Like so. That's it. Oh my goodness. Here we go. We're going to Athens, you guys. We're going back into the world for lots of new adventures. I'm so excited. And I'm so excited to bring you guys along with my brand new camera. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell for all those notifications of the future videos, the future exciting things to happen. I have so much planned and so much unplanned, so make sure that you follow along for the journey. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I will see you back out there, back into the world. Have a blessed day. Bye.